Greetings and welcome to the Eternal Realm. This is a realm where myself and a dear friend of mine, who will be introduced to you shortly, will participate in a hardcore sharing world. The goal? To kind of mess with each other a little bit while also surviving in hardcore Minecraft. Note, both of us will be playing hardcore Minecraft, and we're just going to get right on into it. And I see a village right off the bat. Great spawn means I have a lot less to do. So first off, we're going to get started with all the things that we need to do, early morning Minecraft stuff. And once we get some tools and such, we'll be right freaking back. Alright, we are back. I have used up an entire axe collecting wood, and this is all it yielded for me. But we have some things that we need to do first. We need food, we need to secure the villagers, and we kind of need to figure out what our roles are going to be. So we're going to kick it into high gear. And we're going to corral off some villagers, ensure that they are safe, and get to work getting some animals over here. Chickens, cows, pigs, sheep. And we're going to start doing the normal Minecraft things. At some point, I'm sure we'll have to sleep. So let's first off get another axe, just so we have it. And let's do this. Let's get going. Like, we got cows, we got sheep, we got pigs, we got all the animals right here. This is great. Great success. So there's a couple little areas like this I just want to fill in. Just because it's gonna bother me if we don't. So I want to do that. And I want to bring back this hill just a little bit as well. All right, and this is what we've got after cleaning it up just a little bit. This is a little chaotic for me right here, and I don't know what we're building. I just see there's one, two, three villages right in a freaking row, which is kind of freaking nuts. So I think the next thing we should focus on is there's a treasure pirate ship over there, which probably gets some gear, get some diamonds so that we can actually start doing something in here, because I would like to build something small but complete for my dear friend when he visits the first world. So that's our main objective, build something complete so that he has a basis to work with. So I kind of want to carve out something small, okay? So I'm thinking around here, up past the mountain, and right there. So, like, this slice is what I think I can complete in the 2-week time span before I trade the world over to him. And I think it won't be that bad. It is still quite a lot of blocks, and without diamond tools and stuff like that, obviously this is going to take a long, long freaking time. So, we need to get some diamond tools, we need to possibly get villagers up and running, and we need to get a sustainable source of food, and then as we do those things, we can continue going at a magnificent pace. So, once we return, I will have captured a couple of the animals, cows, pigs, sheep, chicken, in our little area here, and I will probably have started the farmland terraforming, and hopefully we'll have diamond tools, but we'll see what happens when I get back.
And just like that, we're freaking back. For you, only a few seconds have passed. But for me, several freaking hours have passed. It's been excruciating, but needed to be done. We're also playing with a rule that I have not revealed yet. And Gexy Boy, if you're listening, this is the part where you need to skip ahead. Because one of your tasks is to figure out what my rule is. For the rest of you, my rule is simple. I am not allowed to use blocks from underground. And what I mean by that is if I find cobble in the form of a house, I'm allowed to use it. However, I am not allowed to dive deep under the ground for any circumstances, whether it be coal, redstone, copper, you name it. I'm not allowed to go underneath the earth. Don't know how long we're going to keep that going, but we are, and I just want to kind of show you what we are up to. So we've traveled a couple hundred blocks that way, and we found ourselves a dark oak forest. We traveled a couple hundred blocks that way. We found a spruce forest, of which I am growing lots and lots of logs and wood, and we need it because, well, we can use this cobble, but we don't really have access to a whole lot of cobble, right? We've also got full diamond armor. It's not good diamond armor, but it is diamonds nevertheless. And last but not least, full set of diamond tools that are actually good: efficiency, unbreaking, and mending. And what we're using to get to that is this. So this is a small but reliable iron farm. Trinkles in iron every so often. And then obviously you can guess what the trees were for. We have this lad who trades sticks for emeralds. And also one more lad in here that trades sticks for emeralds. We got our tool guy, our armor guy, and then this is a mending, and one is unbreaking, and one is efficiency books. Lastly, we've got our farmer so that we can get access to golden freaking carrots. So we're actually going to take the time now, and we're going to remove these houses completely so that we can start the terraforming / the actual build, which I have outlined here with dark oak so that we can actually finish. It goes to here, and we should be able to finish this project beginning to end, especially now that we have access to great tools. So sit right back and give me just another moment. I'll be right back with some progress. Okay, we're back with a momentary interruption. This fine fellow lad came walking into my area. As you can see, we've made some progress though. We've cut down all the trees that I had placed. We got rid of all the houses. We still have more to go, and I do believe that this part will probably be in a time lapse as we start to diminish this. But let's take a look for the first time and see what Wandy T has for us in store. What do you have, Wandy T? Garbage, hay bales, garbage, gunpowder, acacia logs. I mean, I would like some acacia logs. That's great. No sap. Ooh, jungle saplings. Pale oak saplings. Oh, you beautiful bastard. Birch sapling. Screw you. That's great, though. We're going to buy one extra of both, honestly, just to make sure what we got going is going to be great. God, he's so loud. That's amazing. Outstanding. Thank you, Wandy T. We're definitely going to use some pale oak in this build because I think it looks freaking fantastic. So without further ado, let's get going on a bit of a time lapse, transforming at least the base of this area before we start to build and figure out what we're actually going to put here. All right, let's hit it. Boop. Thought I would interrupt our little music je ne sais quoi just to bring you back in on my thought process here. Want to build some kind of elevation, and that's just precisely what we are doing. We're rising up the sides, we're making some kind of island-like structure and or increase to the elevation just so that we can have a little bit more to do with the topography. We're making it hollow because I do not have enough materials to do anything but make it hollow. But we can make it nice and presentable, and by making these straight lines first and then increasing the elevation again, we're able to quickly add details to the front and smooth out the terrain, which gives us a nice elevation effect, and it also makes a quick method of making any kind of mountain. Then I decided, oh, you know what we need? We need a pathway to get up to this mountain now. And that's just what I started laying out. Nice, quick, and easy. And we make it work just like anything else, one block at a time. We make it right, and we make it look freaking pretty. Back to future me. Oh, yeah. All right, and we're back. Nice little mountain shape has taken place here. We're getting it going, collecting our resources as we go. We need heaps of wood, we need heaps of stone, heaps of dirt, and during the course of that, we also need to ensure that we are keeping our tools repaired. And the only way, sadly, for us to do that is to use sticks. So you guessed it, we have to chop down many a trees, not only for building purposes, but also to ensure we have the sticks so that we can repair our tools. We're going to launch right into some rapid fire, quick clips now, showing some progress on this mountain and what is to be built upon it. Welcome back with a quick update here. I have been doing some things. We've made 6 trees over there and some trees over here. Slowly but surely our carrot supply and our farm is escalating, and it's taking a lot of carrots, way more than I thought it would take to finish this. But we also have this weird formation over here that I'm going to turn into a hill, much like that one. And we're building a little barn over here, and I'm going to transfer over all of the animals very soon. I'm just going to kind of subdivide the plot a little bit, and that will be the place for like chickens and cows and pigs and all of that. And maybe if I get around to it, I'll make like a little chicken coop, and we'll definitely make some trees custom, of course, to shelter the animals just a little bit. I think that will be very nice. And yeah, it's just going pretty well here. The only thing that is giving me a bit of pause, a bit of struggle, is the fact that I don't have a whole lot of blocks to utilize. And that is not something that I have dealt with before, because we are very, very restricted with what blocks we can use because of the rule that I set forth. So as a result, a lot of these little things are just what they are, and we're doing our absolute best to try to make something out of it. So we have a tiny amount of stone, not much, enough to do a little bit of a guard wall here. And I would love if we have the stuff to break it up a little bit, add some andesite in there, some some walls, some, stuff like that, some regular stone. All of that could enhance it quite a bit, but alas, we don't have access to any of that right now. So that's a problem for future me, I guess, and we're just gonna keep rolling here as much as we can. I intend to make a lot of those trees. We're gonna push that terrain back a little bit, and it will be a nice slope there. And then I think I'm gonna pack it out with trees over there as well. I intend to have some kind of structure over, I don't know, probably over here, and probably one over there. And we want to make a big farm here. There's going to be a lot more trees. We're going to have a wheat field, a beetroot farm, a potato farm, and of course the carrots is going to be this whole section here. And we're just going to start to decorate. So at the time of this recording, I have 7 days left in the countdown of a week here. So 7 days, it's going to go by real fast, and I don't feel I have enough time to expand more than we already have. So we're just going to finish what we have right now. We're going to make a couple more buildings, and I think I've set up just about the right size for this plot. So it should be really nice. And I'm hoping that when Gex sees this world for the first time, he will be a little bit shocked, but not entirely, because he knows my build style. So we'll see. The goal is to give him a functioning, working starter base here. And with that, hopefully, he will be very appreciative, and I would love to see what he can do. So without any further ado, we're going to keep working here, and we'll give you another update shortly. Alright, thought I'd mix it up just a little bit here, and we have got it going. We're doing a little bit of super fast time-lapse mode, and what we're getting done here is planting of the carrots. We have many carrots that we need planted. This whole kit and caboodle, this whole farm, whatever you want to call it, needs to be carrots. And now I'm just trying to figure out what goes along the side of it. Can we put anything there? And what do we need to do to make this area all that it's cracked up to be? It's a lot. It's a lot of little grinding, especially without a beacon. And it's probably going to be some time until we have a beacon, unless our boy Gex gets us some beacon action. But I don't know that I will use it. I don't know that I'm allowed to use it. And we'll just kind of see what goes on from there. What I do know is there's a lot of footage in here that I did have to cut out simply because there's just too much. So what I've decided to do is just a lot of it is in super sped up mode. Then we've done a lot of jump cuts here and there, and I've tried to walk you through the process and just let you know what we've got going on. It's a lot of different things going on. A lot of integral little tiny things that take a long time, and that's okay, that's fine. We have no issue with that, and we have all the time in the freaking world. Again, for you, this has been a total of like 3 minutes for this clip. But in all actuality, at 1,000 times speed, this is sitting over here at like 45 minutes, give or take, after before I cut some stuff out as well. So, hope you guys enjoy that, and definitely let me know what your thought process on this is, and how I can better mess with Gex, because that is on my highest priority of things that I want to accomplish. It really is, and it's something that I'm going to take great pride in. It's going to be a lot of fun, and as long as Gex does not lose the world, we will hopefully have this world for quite some time. This is the first time I've ever done a hardcore handoff like this, and it is a lot of fun, especially putting in the effort for your partner in crime and just seeing how far the two of you can get, how your styles can mesh, and all the things that coincide with it. It is beautiful, and I am loving it. At the time of editing this, we got roughly 8 days until we get our world back. I'm trying my ass off, but there's a lot of footage to go through. So we're going to keep going, rapid fire style, and we're going to get some trees planted and keep on rocking, baby. Rocking in the free world. Let's go. Yeah. All right, lads, welcome back. We're on the final stretch before I give this world to my friend Gex. We have 3 days, about 2 days really, before I give it to him. So we have to finish the crop field here and the trees over there. Need to light this up. Need to try to do that. We need to finish this. And we need to add 1 to 2 buildings over there, and we need to make that also very well lit up and crop farmed, just to kind of give them a direction, as it were. If I have time, I'll add a little bit of a wall across there, but I don't know that I will, in fact, have time. We are on the wire, and I will say things are looking pretty damn good right now, and I quite enjoy this little build. Never done anything like this, but we're trying to finish it. So we got a couple more trees, probably like 12 more trees over in this area, some trees over there. All of this needs to be farmland, all of this needs to be farmland, and I want a little house down there, and gotta finish this. Yeah, we're gonna power through. So we're going to go into our final time lapse, I think, and I'm going to try to make as much progress as possible here. So without further ado, let's get rolling. This is the moment that Gex is going to kick me for a little tiny bit. This is when I have relocated all of our villagers and tore down our small iron farm, of which he didn't even know existed until this very moment right here, as I'm telling you that. I very rarely showed it in there, and this is all we had. I've relocated the villagers into their respective areas, either the barn, the house in the forest, or the church, depending on which villager was which, and just to kind of keep it aesthetically pleasing here. Yes, I could have absolutely kept this, and it'd been fine. It would not have been really any kind of issue, and it would have been okay, you know, give him a nice little head start, like, hey, here's some free iron. Here is, you know, everything that we got. Here is our little iron farm. But I chose beauty over function, and although we had this pretty much since the earliest days of this world, we have to tear it down in the efforts of beauty. So I did leave him a full chest of iron, so he's not completely left in the dark, but we need to do it so that we can continue our farming. There's a lot of potatoes, a lot of beets, a lot of berry bushes, and a lot of roses that still need to be placed. So we're just going through the motions, putting our leaves down, putting our water inside of it, putting the lanterns below it so we can keep all of this farmland nice and lit up at night, and also not have to worry about mobs in this area at all. Because of how we designed the trees and the walls and everything like that, there is literally nothing that can spawn within the constraints of this area. Now, once I get the world back, this could not be the case any longer. We very well could have a lot of areas that are not lit up, just because I kind of know how he is a little bit, and I know that that is a potential for what could happen. Do I always light up my areas? No. My single player shows you that that is very, very inaccurate. However, because I was playing with another person, I feel more inclined to make it safer, more inclined to do it just to benefit both of us at the same time, and not to have to worry about, you know, sleeping through the night if we don't need to or anything like that, and can just work. So I did it just because, you know, as a partnership, especially as we've never really worked together before, I feel it was best to try and give maximum effort. so that we could live peacefully in this world together and also make something great and fantastic despite the challenges that we may face. I think that's part of the beauty and part of why I like this as well. He is, I'm not going to say technical, but he does look for efficient ways to do things. So when we get the world back, I can imagine that we will have some sort of XP farm. He will have gotten all the rest of the enchants that he needs to do whatever his projects are. And I imagine we'll probably have some farms that I never would have even thought to build. Maybe he wanted prismarine bricks or something, I don't know. I'm sure we'll have something in those same regards, though, and I just kind of feel it. Whereas I only do aesthetics, right? I had my little iron farm purely so that I could get my tools, repair my tools, and continue on my way without hindering my ability to make things. He does things the opposite way. He's doing them purely so that they can look not only good, but he wants it to be efficient, and he wants it to be something that's going to make his life in this world far, far easier. And we just think very, very differently on that. Like, I made these potatoes, these carrots, the wheat field, the beetroot field. Why? I thought it looked pretty good. And I'll probably go back and add some trees into these fields as well, because I didn't really have enough time to add all the trees that I wanted here. So we'll have to go back and take care of that, which is not really an issue, and it will be absolutely fine. But I know that when I get the world back here, it's going to be full of surprises, I hope. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to hope for. I don't have any expectations at all other than what could he have done in the time that he spent with this world. And then my question becomes, what will I do with the same time that I've spent in this world? It's interesting to see, and, you know, that's just how it is. I like the surprise aspect of it and hope that this hardcore Handoff series goes on for a long, long time. That is my only wish for it, and I have zero expectations for what I want to build, how I want to do it, or any of the things that coincide with it. We're just going to kind of roll with it. We're going to see what we can do, and we can see how far we can go, and hopefully inspire others to do something in the same regard. I kind of got this idea, well, actually, I got this idea directly from Neon and Viking, who are doing this, but not in a hardcore setting, called the Everwake, and I felt it was a really good idea to have my own little niche and make it hardcore and add rules so that it was not the exact same thing. But they are absolutely my inspiration for this, and back to future me. Oh yeah, right now. Greetings. We're back for the final time for our first segment. Let's take a look around and see what we've accomplished in our 2 weeks. We have played exactly 185 Minecraft days. We have not been to the Nether. We have not been to the end. We really haven't been outside of our quote-unquote base for the duration. So, here's what we got. We've got a blue chicken coop. We got a regular chicken coop. We've got a sheep pen. We've got a pig pen. And we've got a cow pen. All animals that I just like having around. It gives a little bit of life to the build, and these little leaf litter things actually help a tremendous amount, but we need to add more life, obviously, upon our next entry to this world. I didn't go ahead and add all of the things I wanted to here. Simply, we ran out of time. I was going to add some water troughs, some hay bales, some dirt, some mud, some coarse dirt, you know, all the things that make it aesthetically pleasing and pretty. We added a bridge over here to try and give him a hint. So he can go that way or he can go that way to try and continue the mutual cooperation. If he chooses neither of those, that's also fine. It is totally up to him, but the goal is to build together, so we'll see what happens. But I tried to give him options, either that way or that way, to see which he will be more inclined to do. That way is towards the village, that way is towards, random forest and such like that. I left this space blank. I was going to add a fisherman, a couple houses over here, and I was going to add a bunch more trees. I ran out of resources. I ran out of resources and kind of time as well. So all the trees that I wanted here, they are here, and over in the potato farm are not here. We will add to that next time simply. No freaking worries. We finished our little bit of a church castle building over there. It's nothing special, but it is finished at the very least. And looks great, I think, despite our limited materials that we could use. We have all of our different farms all fully kitted out, and that is, good to go. Obviously, this one is not fully grown yet. I might AFK just a little bit just to have it fully grown before he gets back here, though I don't suspect he'll be eating the beans, so he could use them as a source for emeralds. Next, we built this wall over here along the entirety of the structure, and I went ahead and did the leaf lantern bits to cover all of the potential darkness. The only thing I did not fully illuminate really is this hill here, so mobs still could gain entry that way if they so felt inclined. We've got our little house over here. And I didn't expect them to, but they did climb the ladders, so I moved their workstations up here. Here we have the Hodge Fletching, Damien Fletching, and Yield Farmy. These two are brothers. And the farmer just happens to live with them, though I expected them to be down here in the house, but it is okay. Doesn't really matter. Either way, we've got a fail-safe just to keep them inside there. One of our rules. If you're watching Gex, ignore that. A lot of spoilers in here and a lot of things that will lead you to different answers, but, whatever. We finished the pathway going around here. We added a little bit of bushes, some trees coinciding with it. Placed the windows. And we have our 3 knights over here that have 3 different books, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 2, and Mending, because I was too lazy to cycle for Unbreaking 3. So we got those 3. If he needs those, he has total access to them. He just will need to get the emeralds, because we are just about out. And let's read quest number 1. So basically, I'm not going to read the entirety of it. 50 points gets you an IOU. If you don't complete the quest, you subtract that point value from your total. Here is what it is. So find Gene Simmons and add his 3 other bandmates in a bit of an exotic form. I'm looking for specifically the exotic version of Gene Simmons for this quest. Very easy. 3 points will be awarded on that one. Next is the rules. This one he might struggle with just a little bit. Discover what rules I have used for the duration of my time here. I've left clues around to discover what those hidden rules are. There are 4 rules, total of 3 of which you know. If you know me, you should be very easy to figure out. The 4th, however, take a deep look at all that was built and how it was built to infer and discover what the actual rule is. And here I gave him little hints as to what the rules are. You can read those at your leisure if you feel so inclined. And I may or may not have hidden actual signs somewhere else here as well. So that is just how it goes, and that is how we continue to work it. And then rule number 3, very easy. Discover and gain access to a new type of wood that I do not have in form of saplings. Very simple, straight to the point, 1 point, because it's very easy. He could get cherry blossoms, he could get acacia, he could get the nether woods, he also could get mangrove wood. So very easy and yeah, very simplistic, easy to find. Everything is lit up and we're good to go there. These here is where you'll put your completed quest books upon completing them, and then for the next person, they will just swap out these 3 quests, what the point values are, and add their own books in here to give to the next person. I will say, it doesn't feel like I did a lot, right? This is not that grand of a base. It's not very large. It is simply something that we built, and I wanted to give somewhat of a complete starter area for him to thrive in, for him to experience, and for him to figure out just what we wanted. So if you look here, we did add a little bit to the top there. The back is not finished because we did not have the time, but everything else good to go. Very good to go. Got a lot of farms. We got the pathway that branches off into a couple different directions. And I'm pretty happy with what we were able to accomplish in these 2 weeks, 14 days to be exact. And 3 of those days we were not even able to play at all. So I'm very excited to see what he does. Very excited for him to get the world. And very excited for the world to return to me in 2 weeks' time. So without further ado, guys, thank you so much for watching. I know it's been an extended and long episode. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe. We're going to be making these episodes every 2 weeks based on the update of this current world. And we'll see you guys when we see you. Ciao.